You pick up your phone. Nothing happened. No message. No notification. You just picked it up anyway. That was not a decision. That was a habit older than decisions themselves. And it did not start with your phone. It started 2 million years ago on a landscape where food was never guaranteed. Here is the real answer, and it is stranger than you think. Your brain does not crave rewards. It craves the search for rewards. And that difference explains almost everything about why you cannot put the phone down. Picture an early ancestor walking across open land, looking for food. Berries under one bush, nothing under the next. A root here, an empty patch there. No pattern, no guarantee, just possibility. This is where your brain's reward system was actually built, not around getting food, around looking for it. The neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz ran experiments recording dopamine activity in the brain during reward tasks. What he found surprised almost everyone. Dopamine did not spike when the reward arrived. It spiked in anticipation, right before the reward, when the outcome was still uncertain. Uncertainty, it turns out, is the trigger, not the prize itself. Think about what that means for your ancestors. If food showed up every single time they checked a bush, there would be no reason to keep searching once they learned the pattern. But food did not show up every time. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And that unpredictability is exactly what kept them moving, kept them checking, kept them alive. The neuroscientist Kent Berridge later separated this system into two distinct parts: wanting and liking. Wanting is the drive to seek something out. Liking is the pleasure once you get it. His research showed these are run by different brain circuits entirely, and wanting is often far stronger than liking. You can want something intensely and barely enjoy it once it arrives. Does that sound familiar? Your phone did not invent this system. It simply found the oldest lever in your brain and pulled it perfectly. Every time you unlock your screen, you do not know what you will find. Maybe a message, maybe nothing, maybe something mildly interesting. That uncertainty is not a flaw in the design of your apps. It is the entire design. The psychologist Robert Sapolsky, who has spent decades studying stress and reward, described this pattern plainly. A reward that comes every single time loses its pull. A reward that comes only sometimes becomes almost impossible to stop chasing. Slot machines work this way. So does checking a feed that updates at random. You are not weak-willed for reaching for your phone 40 times a day. You are running a foraging instinct built for a savanna, now aimed at a screen that mimics unpredictable food far better than any bush ever could. Here is the part that should change how you see it. Your ancestors' searching had a natural endpoint. Eventually, they found the food, or ran out of daylight, or the bush was empty and they moved on. The search resolved. Your phone rarely lets the search resolve. There is always another scroll, another possible message, another maybe. The ancient system finds no reason to stop, because the environment never signals that the search is over. This is not a story about willpower. It is a story about mismatch. A perfectly reasonable survival instinct dropped into an environment engineered to exploit it without end. Knowing this will not make the pull disappear completely, but it changes what the urge means. The next time your hand drifts toward your phone for no reason, notice it. That is not boredom. That is not weakness. That is 2 million years of foraging instinct, still searching, still convinced that this time something might be there. You picked up your phone. Nothing happened. But some part of you, older than memory, is already certain the next time will be different.